So now we're going to see how to connect CSS and HTML. There are 4 ways you can do that. I'm going to show you all 4. And one is you can link to an external style sheet. So you could have a file, and then that file can be connected. All right, let me just close all this. CSS. You could have a file, and then that file can be connected to, there we go, an external style sheet. So you could have a file, and that file is connected to an external style sheet. So that's known as linking to an external style sheet. You could also embed styles right into a web page. And that's sometimes known as, like, you know, it's internal to the web page. So notice no external style sheet here, and I embed it right here. So there it's embedded in the head area of my HTML document. I do a style tag and I embed it right there. That's another way. You could do it right in line with an HTML tag. That's the third way we're going to see how to do it. And so here is a style right in line. So I'm inside the opening paragraph tag right to there. That's the opening paragraph tag. And I just do style equals quote. And then I do my property value here, right? My declarations. And I separate them by semicolons. So that's the third way you could do it. And then the fourth way you could do it is you could do an @import. So that's when you're inside one style sheet. So here's main. And I'm going to say, hey, import otras. Otras. It's been a while since I've spoken Spanish. Otras. I can't say it this morning. Otras. All right, whatever, I give up. And so that's going to import these rules right there. So that's the fourth way you could do it. So actually, you've just seen it all. That's it. But now what we could do is we could look at the color. And I know we've already seen color a little bit, but this is like, okay, here we're actually talking about it. And and then we'll just look at these run and make sure, okay, they're all running good and everything like that. I will point out also, I'm highlighting the different properties that we're learning about. So as we go through this section, we'll learn about these different properties. All right, so let's just watch them run. So for linking to an external style sheet, right, we're connecting those two together right there. We're using a relative reference, and we're saying that inside the image folder, whoops, wrong one, link, and the relationship is this is a style sheet. This is a style sheet. This is what we're linking. And then the href, we're using a relative reference, and we're saying right inside CSS, which is at the same level as index, right? Index, CSS, and image folder are all at the same level. So inside this folder, you'll find main CSS, and that's it. That's how you link. So you just put these here. Any links that you want, you put them right here. So that's the first way. And when we run it, changed all the text to red. So that rule, here we have a rule set, right? And this rule set has a selector and a declaration block. A block is anything inside curly braces. And then inside declaration block, we will have declarations. And so here's one declaration. A declaration ends with a semicolon, has a property and a value. So we're saying all paragraph tags, we want the color to be red. Well, what is color? Come over here, and we could go to MDN CSS property list, or we could just do MDN CSS color. Color, CSS, MDN. And color property sets the foreground color of an element's text content. So that's basically its text. The foreground color is the front color, background color is the back color. And so it's setting the text of all paragraphs to red. Pretty straightforward. So that's the same rule set that we're going to use for the rest of these. And when we do the internal, we could just put the between style tags, we could do our rule set right here. And so there's our rule set, right? Selector, declaration block, declarations, ends in a semicolon, property, value. So that's that. And I'm just repeating that because the more you roll around in something, the more it sticks. And then here we're doing it straight in line. So this is only going to apply to this one paragraph. So when I run this, only this paragraph turned red. Kind of cool. And inside, that's inline, so it's right in line with a tag. And so right inside the tag, we do paragraph style, right? And then quotes. And then we put our declarations here. Declaration has a property and a value, ends in a semicolon, so I could add more if I wanted. So that is in line. And then we do the add import. So if we had multiple style sheets and we just wanted to break up, and so we don't have them in, that provides a little bit of a modularity, right? So we're making our code into little modules, which is the word modularity. And so I could have different little modules of code, and I could say which ones I want to include. And I could do that with the import OTrust CSS, right? I think I might have said it okay that time. I wasn't thinking about it. And so that one also works. So those are the 4 ways that you can connect CSS and HTML. You could do it with a link. And so a link is the actual link tag. Right here, link. And that's a self-closing tag. And you could also do it with embedding it. And I know this is review, but the more we roll around some. And embedding it is just right inside a style tag. And we could also do it inline, so right inside the paragraph tag. And when we do it inline, how do we do that? How does it start? So a little quiz question for you. Pause the video, pencil it out. How does it start? So do inline CSS in a paragraph tag, right? The opening paragraph tag. You're going to start it with style equals and then double quotes. Whoops. And then inside there you'll have your declarations. And so you'll have your property value semicolon. And the last one is at import, where you just import another CSS like that with at import. So those are the 4 ways. Pretty great, pretty easy, not too difficult. But again, super important, like that's an absolute must know. Here are the 4 ways I get CSS into HTML.